Are you a woman with a low libido and you just don't know what's causing it? Is your low libido affecting your relationship so much so that you either have to figure out how to fix it or you may end up getting a divorce? Well, in this video, I'm going to go over the top 3 reasons, as per my research, why women have a low libido. Hi, I'm Dr. Renee, also known as the Libidoologist. I help women improve their energy, lower stress, lose weight, and boost their libido naturally. Low libido in women. Let's be honest, there's not a ton of research out there, and that's probably why you're here today. In the past, research studies have been heavily focused on men's health because, quite frankly, men are not as complex as women, at least hormonally. So when I started to take a deep dive into the causes of low libido in women, I decided to conduct my own research with things like surveys and quizzes. And I have to be honest, the results have been eye-opening. So when setting out to do my research, I not only wanted to tap into what is going on with women to contribute to their low libido, but I wanted to give them a place to start when trying to improve their libido. So I started with a quiz, and at the conclusion of the quiz, it gives her the top reason why she may have a low libido and some things that she can do to improve it. And don't worry, I'll be sure to link that quiz below so you can take it if you want. But in this quiz, there are 5 different libido types or reasons why you may have a low libido. And a little disclaimer here, there may be more than one reason, but this quiz will point out the biggest reason and give you some takeaways that you can implement right away to help improve it. Big disclaimer here, I'm not your doctor. This video is for informational and educational purposes only, and the content is my opinion. So if you have a medical concern, please consult your own personal doctor or healthcare professional. Okay, so let's get into it. Based on my current results, there are 3 reasons why you might have a low libido. And we actually had a tie for first. So with 40% of the women who took my quiz responding, they had libido type M, which is the Never Good Enough Libido. So if you're libido type M, your mindset plays a big role in your low sexual desire. But hey, before we get into it, I just want you to remember, you're not sailing the ship alone. In fact, I would venture to guess there's a lot of us in the same boat. So let's think of mindset. Let's think of mindset as a great actor, and they have a lead role in a drama series. Now, this lead actor, they're not always center stage, but they're always making their presence known and making an impact. And that's exactly what your mindset is doing. And it might actually be the MVP of why is my libido MIA? So real talk here, ladies, we are the masters of the art of negative self-talk. You know, that little voice in your head that says things like, hey, you're not good enough, or who are you to deserve this? It's like we have this tiny villain living rent-free in our head. And guess what? That little villain is the grand conductor of the low libido symphony. So what do? Many of us end up on this merry-go-round trying to prove our worthiness. It's like we're on a mission to collect gold stars, all in the name of feeling enough. But let's be honest, all this star chasing often leads us to just feeling burned out. We're running around like headless chickens, pouring energy into everything and everyone except ourselves. And we haven't even focused on how our minds perceive our bodies. So let's go there and do a little reality check right here, right now. How do you feel in your skin? If it's anything short of amazing, it's like you're trying to sell a house that you don't even want to live in. You see, not feeling at home in our bodies can seriously mess with our libido. So here's the deal. Our mindset is that big, bold, italicized headliner in the story of our low libido. It's the sneaky saboteur that needs to be evicted ASAP. Because guess what? You are enough, you are worthy, and you don't need to run yourself into the ground to prove it. And as far as feeling fabulous in your own skin, well, it's like that photoshopping not allowed sign that we hang in our minds. I want you to embrace those quirks that make you you, those imperfections that make you unique, and those gorgeous curves that are just proof that you're a woman. Because when you start rocking your confidence, that libido of yours might just make a comeback. So when I have a libido type M in my 12-week program, we focus on things like mindset, of course, detox, diet, and stress. So those are some areas that you can focus on if you have a libido type M moving forward. Hey, if you're enjoying this content, be sure to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and consider sharing it with a friend who may be struggling with a low libido and doesn't know what to do about it. Okay, let's move on to the second most common reason for a low libido. Next, we have libido type H, or the hormonally imbalanced libido type, with 40% of the respondents of the quiz having this type. And hey, welcome to the fascinating world of libido type H. And beware, buckle up, because we're diving deep into the realm of hormones. And trust me, it's a roller coaster you're going to want to know more about. But picture this, you're a chemist mixing potions of hormones within your body. But oops, it seems like you may have added a dash too much of this and a smidge too little of that. The result, your libido starts playing hard to get. And guess what? You're not alone. We've all got this hormonal party going on, and things may get a tad out of balance. Let's highlight those hormonal rock stars. We're talking about the OGs like cortisol, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. They're like the cool kids on the block, and when they're all in sync, life's a dance party. But sometimes they decide to shake things up and play hide and seek with their levels, and then suddenly our energy is zapped. Our mood's gone AWOL. And your desire for the bedroom, well, that took a vacation without a return ticket. Don't fret, being libido type H is more common than your daily cup of coffee or tea. You're part of a girl gang where imbalanced hormones sometimes sneak into the party uninvited. But the good news is that these hormonal hiccups can be fixed. Think of it like a playlist on Spotify that needs a little tweaking to get the party back on track. So if your cortisol's been partying too hard, maybe due to something called stress, or your estrogen and progesterone are having a dramatic tango, hello, perimenopause, it's time to channel your inner hormonal whisperer and get those hormones rebalanced. And that just might be the magic spell your libido's been waiting for. Here's the thing, don't stress about stress. It really is a vicious cycle. Stress messes with your hormones, and then the wonky hormones stress you out even more. Remember, you are the boss of your own body. You've got secret weapons up your sleeve that you can use, like meditation, yoga, walks in nature, deep breathing. Maybe on the breath in, you say, hey, hormones, breath out, chill out, right? And let's not forget, you're not alone on this journey. There's a bunch of us tinkering away at our hormone mixing stations, trying to regain our libido. So if you're wondering whether you'll ever get back to your old vibrant self, trust me, you will. And you know what? I want you to celebrate in advance. I want you to celebrate these mischievous hormones. They might be tricky, but with a little patience, a sprinkle of self-care, and maybe a high five to your endocrine system, you'll be reclaiming your libido and dancing to your own hormone balance beat. So my program, what do we do about libido type H? We take the same steps that we would with libido type M. We focus on mindset, detox, diet, and stress. And if you're enjoying this video and want a more holistic approach on the topic of low libido in women, then be sure to follow me on social media, where I am at Dr. Renee Wallenstein on all platforms. Okay, so let's move on to reason number 3 that you might have a low libido. Last but not least, we have libido type C. She is the superwoman libido because she thinks she can do it all and does not say what she needs. Okay, so if that's you, then listen up. We're about to dive into the world of communication and connection. And trust me, it's like uncovering the secret sauce to turbocharge your desire. Here's the deal. You're not a mind reader. And guess what? Neither is your partner, your kids, or even your BFFs. It's like we're playing this game of guess what's on my mind? And spoiler alert, nobody's winning. So if your libido's playing hide and seek, it might just be time to whip out your communication cape. Picture this, you've got wants, needs, desires, right? But they're tucked away like a little hidden treasure that no one's going to be able to find. It's like having the juiciest gossip on the block, but keeping it a secret from your neighbors. Your desires are your golden ticket to a roaring libido. But here's the twist, you got to spill the beans. And guess what? This used to be my libido type. I used to be the queen of the superwoman throne, thinking I could do it all. Work, home life, kids activities, you name it. It's like I was trying to balance 1,000 spinning plates with one hand tied behind my back. And you know what? It left me feeling more like a cranky robot than a human being. I used to believe that I had to juggle everything perfectly because, well, that's what society has taught us, right? But here's the real scoop. There's no trophy for being the ultimate multitasker. What did I personally get? A front row seat to the exhausted and resentful show, especially at bedtime. And let me tell you, it's not a fun one. So here's the magic key that can turn things around. Communication. It's like the fairy dust that can make resentment vanish, frustration evaporate, and connection soar. It's time to put on your superhero cape and say, hey, this is what I need. This is what I want. And yes, I deserve it. But wait a second. I know I make it sound so easy, right? But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Talking about desires, needs, setting boundaries, they can feel as comfortable as a pair of shoes that are a size too small and causing blisters. But guess what? You've got this and you're not alone. So the little gold nugget for this libido type, open up those lines of communication and you just might find your libido doing a happy dance. It's like telling the universe, hey, I'm here, I matter, and I'm ready for more in life. Ditch the guessing games, break out the open communication, and learn how to speak up for what you really want. Okay, so in my 12-week program, what do we do for libido type C? A little different than the first two types. We focus again on mindset, which is the through line of all the types, but we also focus on communication and stress. And that about wraps it up. If you're wondering why a doc is on YouTube talking about treating a condition like low libido without using medication, then check out my last video where I talked about the difference between conventional medicine and functional medicine and find out which I think is better. And with that, we'll see you back here next week. Bye for now.